Okay, we're in round 1. This is actually a pretty awkward hand. We have 2 of our double blue spells with no blue sources in hand. We do, however, have green and red. We're on the draw. We have double morph. It doesn't feel great, but I think I am gonna actually keep it. It's an awkward keep, to be sure, but I think with the 2 morphs and 2 of my 3 colors, and my mana base being, as good as it looked on paper, I think this is a fairly safe keep. We do have 8 sources of blue that we can draw, so it feels fairly safe. All right, Ethereal Ambush, not the best draw here, but something that can certainly help later. So now I'm debating whether I want to do the Weaver or the Lurker. I think we do Lurker first. Although, yeah, I guess we'll do Lurker. See if we bait out some removal, maybe. All right, well, I'm going to block, so if he's got a trick, so be it. All right, I'll make that trade. War Shrieker and a Morph. All right, he's got a pretty solid, sick turn progression, which is going to be tough to deal with, but I'm doing my best here. So if he just goes land, swing all, I don't know what I can do. That's a tough blocking situation. All right, so he had the land, which is truly unfortunate since now he gets to swing for the fences. I'm trying to think how I best, because this is most likely a Weapon Master, which is really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. I'm trying to think how I comfortably do anything here. If it's a Weapon Master, I let it all go. If it's a Weapon Master and I let it all go, I take 4, 7, 8, 11 damage. That's unacceptable. That's an absolutely unacceptable amount of damage. I'm going to block his miss. That's so bad, too. I'm going to block the Swift Spear. I hate it. I really hate it, but our opponent just got the nut against our awkwardness, so I don't know what to do about it. I hated that. I hated that block. I hated the situation that I'm in. Sometimes you just have to do things you hate in this game. I don't know how else to explain it. All right, I think it's Weapon Master, so I'm going to take it. Sky Captain's certainly not something I want to see right now. There's our blue mana. I guess I pass for the Ethereal Ambush. All right, I'm going to triple block the morph. So now if it's Weapon Master, he can first strike kill my 2 guys, but then lose that, or first strike kill the Crew Shock, or use a trick and completely blow out, ruin my day. But I'm not in a great position here anyway. Slice it. All right. Well, it was a Glacial Stalker, which I guess is actually still okay. Wasn't what I thought it was, but what can I do about the flyer? I'm trying to think. I'm out of my Savage Punch now. That was a morph. Or a manifest, rather. I have Bathe in Dragonfire, Bring Low. Alright. I've got removal, so we got to play it safe, unfortunately. Alright. So, 5, 7. I guess we're not dead, but really we're dead, aren't we? I mean, let's face it, we're dead. I don't know how I possibly come back from that. Yeah. So, I don't regret the keep. What happened was we had like one of the lower threshold keeps that I can possibly keep, which is always disappointing. You either want to look at a hand and see that it's crap or see that it's good. You never want to see that it's like middle of the road mediocrity. But that's exactly what this hand was. It was a hand that on the draw seemed like it could have gotten there. But here's the clincher of what happened in this game. My opponent had the nut hand. So nut hand versus mediocrity is I don't have a chance. So I think we can beat our opponent. We're just gonna have to get better hands certainly and draw better as well. So I can bring in Return to the Earth, which deals with the not the Falconer, whatever the stupid Sky Captain is, but it's not even a good answer for the Sky Captain because he still gets to bolster. Um, so I already have a little bit of flying protection, but not much. I do have some removal though. I just didn't see it that game. Um, could do the flock, I guess. But now we're on the play, which makes me want to be the aggressor a little bit more and not bring in flock. Flock is still better if I win game 2, bring in flock against my opponent's quick game. I feel like on the play, I want more aggressive stuff like Canyon Lurkers. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, game 2. Let's see if we can't do a bit better here. Well, we have all 3 colors. We don't have a quick start, but we have the force away if stuff gets hairy fast, so I think we're going to try it. Pretty underwhelming hand again, unfortunately, but it's like once again, it's one of those. It's actually one of those hands you hate because it's not a snap mull and it's not a snap keep, so it's mediocrity at its finest. All right, opponent's got a turn 2 wetland sandbar, which unfortunately on our empty board is more intimidating than I care to admit. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have anything coming up either. So we're going to take this beating. I don't see why we wouldn't. Really didn't want him to have a play here, especially since I'm getting beat down by stupid wetland sandbars. But, alright. So if he swings for the fences into it, I'm not going to block. Because I want to play around like... Alright, so not blocking. Really don't want him to have a War Shrieker here. Sky Captain I can handle. Wish I could play my Bear's Companion, but cannot. So I think the plan is... Well, to be honest, I want to kill the flyer and then let him bolster, but I think we're going to do it. Does let him bolster, which I'm not thrilled about, but we have the force away. I did let him untap with white mana here. My thinking is if he attacks with both, I block the... He's just attacking with one. So I think I'm just going to force away now, or try to. See if he's got the feet. Alright, he didn't. So that's good. It's Fire Adept. Certainly don't like seeing that. Bring low. Well, that actually does help. Let's bring low that now and then pass. I mean, we've got Will of the Naga online now, but I'd rather be playing my heavier hitters here. All right. Really want to land here. Really hoping for an untapped land. That helps quite a bit. All right. Well, gonna block this time. All right. Basically, it's not even that bad for us. All right. Well, it's a bummer, but our opponent's got a nuts deck, obviously, and is drawing nutty, so I don't know what I can do about it. Opponent is just not missing a beat here. All right. Thankfully, he missed there. So now we can... Let's swing with Crew Shock, see how he blocks. Doesn't. So let's play Grizzly. Here's our opportunity to get a good Will of the Naga. All right, good. Very good, very good. A lot of misses. A lot of misses, definitely. That's what we were hoping for. See if he's got the Will of the Naga here. Ethereal Ambush. What do we got? Oh, Water Whirl. All right. That's pretty good. We've got our own Water Whirl. So I've got 7 mana. I want to play 3 threats here. This might seem weird, but it's because he's at 4 life. So now if he's got Will of the Naga, I don't mind as much. He's a Tuskguard captain, which is interesting. I think I just take the Wetland Sandbars because I don't actually die to a Trumpet Blast, so I can afford to take that. I've got the Water Whirl up next on my turn, so I can swing with whatever I can swing with. And Water Whirl bounce whatever threats I have to deal with. I'm a bit curious why he tapped down the Grizzly. Maybe that'll make sense here shortly, but I'm just not sure. All right, played a Bondkin, which does give his guy first strike. And he's got 1,000 Winds hard cast. All right. Is he swinging? No swings. So, feel like we have enough here. So we bounce. Guess we don't quite have enough. I can just... Well, all right. So I Water Whirl 1,000 Winds plus Sandbar because it's big. I get in with everything. He blocks Grizzly, snap blocks Grizzly, blocks Manifest, takes 2, goes to 2. On his turn, he gets to replay the 2 creatures. I don't like that. I think the best move is to pass. And then I'm going to Water Whirl on his turn. I mean, granted, this gives him Feat of Resistance opportunity, but I think I have to. I can see what he... Basically, the bonus of the Water Whirl is it lets me see what he's attacking with, too. Like, I can take this now. Definitely did not want him to have a follow-up, especially one that may let him play another threat. Well, at least he doesn't get to do multiples. So now we go bounce, bounce. Let me see if this works. So I bounce these 2. At the end of his turn, I bathe, and he's got nothing, and then he's dead. All right. This is my best out. All right. Barely, by the skin of my teeth, won this one. So that was a super tough match. Our opponent's deck is very good. He has, I think, unfortunately, I think our opponent's deck is better than ours. We already saw a rare that's going to be tough. He's got the charm on color. He's got a water whirl late. He's got a great early game plan. This seems like a very difficult deck to beat. Now, on the draw, I definitely want the flock. Even embodiment is looking much better now. Embodiment's looking much better. It's just a blocker for those stupid wetland sandbar nonsense. I think we got to bring in the Return to the Earth too, sadly, for the stupid 1,000 wins. So what are we cutting now on the draw? I think Lurkers can get the axe pretty easily. I still want all of my creatures, but can I do that? Maybe I don't want the Enhanced Awareness on the draw. I like card advantage, but we just feel like we have to be in ultra defense mode. We have to go play for play with our opponent. We can't hope to I feel like we can't hope to find an opportunity to cast Enhanced Awareness, is really what I feel like. Return to the Earth is actually quite good in this match since it kills 1,000 wins, kills Sky Captain if I have to, but it also gets rid of Singing Bell Strike, which can be a nice surprise play. I mean, you don't get a surprise block out of it, but it destroys it for your untap step. So end of their turn, destroy it, and you get to untap, which is nice. I do think Sultai Flare is pretty important in this match. Maybe I don't want the embodiment. Maybe that's too greedy. All right. Let's not bring in the embodiment. I still definitely want the flock, though. So do I want to cut Enhanced Awareness? I still feel like Ethereal Ambush is good in this match, too. Maybe, like, Misfire Weaver's less impressive. But I just want creatures to play so I can try and trade, you know? But maybe Misfire Weaver is less good in this match. The Hexproof could be good, though. I'm going to cut the Enhanced Awareness. I don't know if it's right. No blue. No, we do have blue. Okay, this hand's fine. I'm going to keep it. We get to play a bear on turn 2, so I'm satisfied on that front. Do need double blue for the Water World. No 2-drop from our opponents. Quite nice. That's actually a good draw, too. All right, let's get our guide out there. Could have found a second blue. I just feel like we're going to be able to dig that up eventually. I guess it's pretty nice I get to attack into that. Now we've got our Morph. That's also a Hexproofer and a pretty efficient beater. Feel like we're on the offensive here, so feel a little bit more comfortable attacking. Let's play the Rugged Highlands. I'm going to unmorph now, which is awkward, but I feel like we didn't see a Force Away before. Wish I could play Ethereal Ambush next turn, but we need an untapped land. Opponent's not on white mana yet, which is nice. Nope, spoke way too soon. Alright, that's actually really good. So now we get to Ethereal Ambush. Don't have the second blue mana yet, which is worrisome. But Woolly Loxodon? I think we're just blocking Bonkin. Granted, this could be 1,000 wins, but if I get an untapped land now, I get to unmorph this, which is just really good. He does have Water Whirl mana now, which is problematic, to say the least. So I could have blocked Morph, and if this was 1,000 wins, he wouldn't have been able to unmorph it. But I don't like the idea of losing my Loxodon when I have the out to the 1,000 wins. Alright, that's not the end all be all. Him busting a Jeskai Charm for that doesn't concern me too much. Alright, well, there's our second blue mana, so wish I could get a little more. Just swinging here. God, I wish that was an untapped land. Basically, I want him worried this is something, but the unfortunate part is it's not a morph, so there's really no incentive for him to not just swing for the fences. I didn't want to swing my Loxodon into his morph, even though he likely offered the trade. I mean, we're ahead on life, but it's still really close. We both have really powerful spells in our decks, too. He's got Water Whirl and Will the Naga, and so do we. Savage Punch, unfortunately, pretty lacking at the moment. Yeah, it's really not what I wanted to see. So he's got his 7th land, which means more than likely 1,000 wins. Which means I'm going to bounce now. I mean, I could have waited on that, actually, because 1,000 Winds would have bounced all his creatures, too. But I just want to know what the morphs are. I mean, yeah, he can respond with his last card being... It was 1,000 Winds and a Glacial Stalker. Okay. So now I just hope he, like, hard casts the 1,000 Winds so I can return to the Earth it. Kill him if he attacks with the Bondkin. This Misfire Weaver has done incredible amounts of work this game. That's what I wanted to see. That is exactly what I wanted to see. I definitely wanted him to attack with the Bondkin there too, but wow. Just the most glorious draw ever. Won by the skin of our teeth against a better deck, in my opinion. So very happy with that victory. That was extremely satisfying. Since, like I said, I am pretty confident just based on what we saw that our opponent had a better deck than we did. So glad to get the victory, and we'll move into match 2 here.